Hello, hello everyone. I am Alice of KHR Arts and Cloud Orchid Publishing, and I wanted to do a little mini series about some questions that y'all have about being an author, being published, all that good stuff. So, for today, a lot of people often ask me, you really wrote all of those books? And the answer is yes, I did. So, as many of y'all who follow my social media have seen the videos and the pictures of all of my books, and it is quite a lot. Currently, I am at 32 titles. It's pretty obnoxious, pretty amazing, and those are the titles that have been published. That's not even what I'm working on. It's quite a lot. And when people ask that, it's often just shock and disbelief, and I completely understand that. It's a perfectly normal reaction to have with how is it that you're only 33 years old and you already have published so many titles. So there is a combination of reasons for that. First and foremost is that I want to encourage y'all to not use me as any sort of measuring stick or any sort of comparison for your personal work. Please, please do not do that. Not just with me, but honestly anyone. It can be very discouraging. It can be very damaging. We're all moving at our own pace. You're moving at your own pace, and just be respectful of that. Be kind to yourself. I am not normal. I mean, painfully obvious over here. I am the antithesis of normal over here. So, yeah, I can honestly say, I know this is about to sound super big-headed and narcissistic, but I am an extremely talented and skilled writer, is really what it boils down to. I just have always been a prolific writer. That's all I wanted to do when I was a kid. I had the privilege of very supportive parents who were gung-ho about nurturing my writing, as well as I had access to opportunities such as my parents gave me a computer at a very young age. So I was able to spend hours and hours in my room by myself working on my writing while everyone else was out doing little kid things. I was in my room writing and reading books. And so I just have an enormous body of work because I've just been writing basically my entire life. I started writing full-length novels at the age of 12, and I had the privilege of being able to go to school for writing. I attended Columbia College of Chicago, and I did the fiction writing program back when it was still a thing. And I was lucky enough to have some really amazing professors, especially my current mentor, Tina Jens. She has helped me absolutely immensely in my writing career. And I've also just had a lot of people who have supported me in my writing career. Just having a community of people can really make all the difference. So when you combine all those factors, it's not such a strange thing that I've been able to write as many titles as I have. And a lot of people ask me, well, what are you currently working on? And to be honest, I have 63 different titles that are all in different stages of completion. A big portion of that list are what I call my ideas, where I literally just sat down one day, had an idea, and just wrote the idea out, whether that's a paragraph or several pages or whatever. I also have several that are about anywhere from 50 to 80% complete, and they just need to be completed. And then I have a handful that I just need to do rewrites in order to get them updated to my current style, and then let the editing process begin. So I have a lot of different stories in different stages of completion, which also really helps with me being able to churn out this volume of books, is that I already have so much content that I have already either started to work on or I've nearly completed. I don't have to sit here and come up with a new book every single time that I churn out a new book. It's not like I'm starting from zero, from scratch whenever I do this. I already have a big database of stuff that I'm pulling from to be able to be like, oh, okay, here's the next book, here you go. Is basically how that process works for me. The other part of it is I'm always constantly working on something. Once I complete a project, I'm like, all right, on to the next project, on to the next project. And I admit I also have not lived the healthiest lifestyle either. It's only been in the recent couple of years that I have really been making self-care a priority. One of the biggest things is sleep. I know that sounds silly, but also a big part of how I was able to get this huge body of work done is in my early to mid 20s, I didn't sleep. I would stay up for days at a time and replace sleep with coffee in order to just be able to do it all. Definitely engaged in a lot of bad behaviors in order to create this volume of work. And in recent years, I've been having to take a step back and reorganize my life and figure out how to be able to still accomplish not as much, obviously, but still accomplish while still being respectful of myself. And I always urge my fellow artists and my fellow writers to do the same, that it's not a race. You'll get there. Be kind to yourself, take breaks, check in with yourself, all that good stuff. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that this answered your questions about how did I write all these books? Tune in next time for another great question and great discussion. Thank you all so much. Take care. Bye bye.